Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be breaking down the Nhl DFS slate for Wednesday, April 19th. We got ourselves another 4-game slate here tonight where I'm going to go through a couple of my favorite line stacks, some of my favorite individual plays, and some of my favorite value plays, and then we'll wrap up today's video talking a little prize picks. With that being said, let's dive into my spreadsheet here. And we're going to kick things off here like we always do in the top left-hand corner with those highest implied game totals, with two of these games coming in with an implied total of 6.5 goals, other two games coming in at 5.5 goals, and then take a look down here at the Vegas odds where you can see the Bruins, Oilers, Hurricanes, and Stars are all favored to win here tonight. And then here's a midweek schedule update. Again, a video here today, tomorrow, and Friday breaking down each one of those Nhl DFS slates, and then we got episode 2 of Mulligan Masters coming out here this weekend. Now, for those of you who have not joined my Discord yet, not only do we have a great group of people in there talking hockey and prize picks, but I'm also doing an NHL jersey giveaway in there right now too. It is not affiliated with YouTube, so if you want to get in on this jersey giveaway, you gotta be in my Discord, and you can do that with the link in the description below. It is completely free to join and completely free to get in on this giveaway. With that being said, let's dive into a couple of line stacks that I like here for tonight. Now, surprisingly, as I'm recording this morning, I literally just got word that Patrice Bergeron is a game time decision again tonight. He was a game time decision in game 1, so I thought he would have been good to go here in game 2, but doesn't happen to be the case. We do need to keep an eye on this. If he doesn't play here tonight, I like pivoting to that second line with David Krejci, David Pastrnak, and Tyler Bertuzzi. I'll reiterate that once we talk about Tyler Bertuzzi as an individual play. But if Bergeron does play here tonight, I love this first line considering how affordable they are, especially with the correlation of Bergeron, Marchand, and DeBrusk all playing up on the #1 power play, considering no other team took more minor penalties than the Florida Panthers this year. So again, we need to keep an eye on Bergeron here tonight, but assuming that he does play, again, I like how affordable this line is and how correlated it is too. And then a cheaper line stack that I like here tonight is that second line for the Dallas Stars. I have no issue playing that first line either. If you want to stack up Jason Robertson, Rope Hintz, and what sounds like Tyler Seguin's going to play on the right wing tonight, I have no problem with that. Again, I'll reiterate it once I get to Seguin down as an individual play, but this second line here, I thought played very well in game 1. We got Johnston centering Ben and Dananov here, and while they only combined for 1 assist in game 1, they did have 15 shots on net, and these three actually ranked 3rd, 4th, and 5th on the team in expected goals, so the opportunities were definitely there for them. And we'll see Ben play up on the #1 power play, where Johnston and Dananov play down on the #2 power play, but again, considering how affordable they are, how much ice time they're getting, and the special teams that they play on, I like this as a line stack for sure. Now folks, before we dive into some of my favorite individual plays here, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Alright, now diving into some of my favorite individual plays here, we're going to kick it off with the forwards, and the first guy I got there is Leon Draisaitl of the Edmonton Oilers. And while I'd love to play Connor McDavid, he's priced at $10,300, so I kind of like the $2,100 in savings here. Plus, Draisaitl was slightly better in game 1. He had 8 shot attempts, 6 shots on net, a Corsi percentage of 60%, which was 4% better than McDavid, and ended up finishing with 2 goals and 29 DraftKings points. Again, I don't mind playing McDavid if you can find the money. Obviously, he's the best player in the NHL, but again, I kind of like the price savings here with Draisaitl. Now, on the other side of that game, I like Adrian Kempe, who also looked fantastic in game 1. Finished with 12 shot attempts, 8 shots on net, 2 goals, and 32 DraftKings points. Him and Kopitar were very good all night long together. Plays up on that first line, obviously, and on that #1 power play, and for what it's worth, just loves to shoot the puck against this Oilers team. Not only did he have 4 goals, 1 assist, 5 points in 5 games against the Oilers so far this year, but he's also got 24 shots on net, damn near averaging 5 shots on net per game against them. I then got Matt Boldy there of the Minnesota Wild, and for what it's worth, everyone, I really do like the Dallas Stars bouncing back here tonight. They got to secure a dub here in one of the first 2 games at home, but Matt Boldy and that second line of him, Freddie Gaudreau, and Marcus Johansson were very noticeable in that game too. Actually led the Wild team with 3.8 expected goals per 60 minutes. Their goals against in that 60 minutes were 2.38, so definitely dominating the pace of play when they were on the ice. Boldy actually led the team with 11 shot attempts as well, finished with 7 shots on net and 13.5 DraftKings points. Obviously not crushing value at this price, but if he keeps doing that, he's going to find himself on the score sheet in this series quite a bit. And then on the other side of that game, I got Tyler Seguin here. Kind of name dropped him earlier when talking about that second line for the Dallas Stars, because it sounds like Seguin's going to play up on that first line tonight with Rope Hintz and Jason Robertson. In replacement of Joe Pavelski, it sounds like he will miss game 2. Sounds like he's in good spirits for what it's worth, so you do like to hear that. But Seguin being up on that first line at $4,800, really hard to ignore him at that price, considering how well Jason Robertson and Rope Hintz played in game 1. He should benefit from that. And then I got Tyler Bertuzzi there, who looked pretty damn good in his first ever NHL playoff game, finishing with 2 assists, 3 shots on net, 2 block shots, and 17 DraftKings points. If he's going to be putting up that type of production, I certainly don't mind him at this price here, $4,200, especially considering he's playing on that second line right now with Krejci and Pastrnak. The chemistry between those two is very good. Again, Bertuzzi is going to be a guy who benefits from that, gets time on the special teams as well. And again, if Bergeron misses here tonight and we see Zacha up on that first line with Marchand and DeBrusk, I would prefer to pivot to that second line for Boston, which is again Bertuzzi, Krejci, and Pastrnak. I think there's a lot of chemistry between those three starting to build. Now folks, before we move over to the defensemen here, just want to reiterate that we got a new series here on the GriffDogg channel called Mulligan Masters. For starters, it's a lot of fun making these videos. I really do enjoy it, but it's also a way for me to start branching out on this channel, really starting to create a brand while still keeping it sports related. So if you could go show some love here on this video, hell, just play it in the background if you don't have time to watch it, I would greatly appreciate that. Leave a like, leave a comment, anything you can do to help boost this video and really just help boost the channel. Again, try to build this brand here. I would really appreciate that from you guys. Now, moving over here to the defensemen, and I really didn't change much from Monday, and that's going to be the case here as the playoffs approach. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but being that we're literally talking about the same games night in and night out, it's going to be like that from time to time. Really, the only difference here this time around is I do have Miro Heiskanen on the spreadsheet over Radko Gudas. I got a handful of honorable mentions there in the notes in the 2 to 4K range that I all think are viable. But these guys here are guys that I want to stack up with their number 1 power plays, guys who play about 20 plus minutes and really have some nice upside. Burns had 22 DraftKings points in game 1. Heiskanen had 12.1 DraftKings points. Lindholm was the biggest disappointment at 8.4 DraftKings points, but he really didn't show any offense in game 1. He did have 3 block shots, so I like that. And the offense is going to come playing with the Boston Bruins, especially on their number 1 power play. And then Evan Bouchard there finished the game with 18.4 DraftKings points. Again, as long as he's in the 3 to 4K range, playing on the best power play in the NHL, he's going to be on my spreadsheet. I also didn't change the goaltenders this time around either. Linus Ullmark and Ilya Sorokin were both very good in game 1. Going to go right back to these guys here. Ullmark was the best goaltender in the NHL all year long. Sorokin has the best boom-bust appeal, especially for tournaments, in my opinion. Had 20.5 DraftKings points in game 1, even though the Islanders lost that game. Honestly, I'm not discounting any one of these goaltenders in these 4 games. I kind of mentioned that on Monday too, and really the only 2 that kind of disappointed in game 1 were Alex Lyon and Stuart Skinner. The other 6 goaltenders played very well. I saw Jake Ottinger and Philip Gustafsson in that series between the Wild and Stars. Both those guys lit it up. So again, the playoffs are here, 4 games to choose from, 8 goalies available. Again, I'm not discounting any one of those tonight, but these were the 2 favorites that stuck out to me. And as always, going to wrap up the spreadsheet here with 3 low-priced options or sub-4K forward plays. Got 2 Minnesota guys to kick things off, and actually could have added Freddie Gaudreau in the 3K range as well, being that he's playing on that second line with Johansson and Boldy right now, playing on that number 2 power play. But went with Nyquist here to kick things off, playing on that third line in number 2 power play. He actually just got back from injury 4 games ago, but is currently riding a 4-game point streak, where he's racked up 1 goal, 5 5 assists, 6 points. Certainly don't mind that considering his price. And then Marcus Johansson here playing on that second line in number 1 power play. Got hot to finish the regular season with 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points in his last 10 games. He had 7 shots on net in game 1 as well. And again, really just like the way that second line played in general. And then I got Stefan Nason there of the Carolina Hurricanes, currently playing on the second line in number 1 power play, and I'm primarily targeting him on that number 1 power play. Guy who kind of sits out front of the net, can definitely score goals. He actually scored a goal in game 1 and racked up 18.4 DraftKings points, but just note he's kind of a boom-bust type of player, but obviously capable of meeting 5x value at this current price. And then to wrap up this video here, want to talk a little prize picks with you guys. Now with the playoffs here, I know a lot of people have been talking about the hits and block shots, but just note everyone, I believe that Prize Picks is aware of that. For example, we took Cal Clutterbuck over 3.5 hits in game 1, only finished with 2, but they've already bumped him up to 4 hits here. They understand this guy naturally loves to hit. So just be careful out there. There's still going to be some mispriced lines. And again, the playoffs are here. These guys love to throw their body around and more willing to block shots. But again, Prize Picks is adjusting to that too, so I'm not going to shy away from the shots on goal. We've done these picks all year long, and you guys know my plan of attack. I'm going to do my research on these picks and then let you know my finals in a comment below on this video. I'll be sure to pin that comment as well, but don't forget, I post all of my prize picks in my Discord channel, and if you want to join that, there's a link to do so in the description below. And for those of you who have not signed up for Prize Picks yet, but you want to get in on this playoff action, or again, you can play any one of these sports here, I got a promo code that you should definitely take advantage of when you're signing up. When you sign up, use my promo code GRIFF. GRIFF, and Prize Picks is going to give you all the way up to a $100 match deposit, and the beautiful thing about that is they match that deposit right away. You don't have to earn it back as a bonus like some of these other DFS sites here. You're essentially playing with free money or house money right off the bat. And you don't have to put $100 in either. If you want to put in 50, they'll match 50. You want to put in 20, they'll match that 20. Again, they'll match anything up to $100 as long as you use my promo code GRIFF. GRIFF upon signing up. Alright everyone, that's going to wrap up this video here for today. As always, thank y'all for taking the time out of your day to watch the content here on this channel. If you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's have ourselves a great day here, folks. Let's win some money on this 4-game slate. In the meantime, I'm out of here.